Good afternoon, everyone. Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. I'm in Canada. I arrived last night at 8 p.m. and I was incredibly tired. It was a long journey. I did my first COVID swab this morning and everything went amazingly well. I am now isolating in this beautiful basement suite in my son and daughter-in-law's home, and it is just perfect. You might hear a bit of an echo because nobody lives down here, so there's no furniture other than a couple of stools and my bed and a few other little things that make it comfortable. There's also a shadow because the light's behind me. I'm in a basement suite and there's not a lot of natural light. The lights that are on light this up very well, but you'll see like the shadow, right? And I can't help that. So please overlook that. Other than that, I'm happy to be on day 2. I've seen my little kidlets through the window. Oh, they're so cute. I can't wait to hug them and kiss them. So I feel like the next 12 days are going to fly by very quickly. I brought a lot of projects along. And the first one that I want to show you is something that I've been excited about for a while. I am going to try to create a journal. Sherri Czmyr from Studio 28E asked me if I would join their design team, which she's asked me a couple of times. She's trying to get me to come out of my shell and to push me to creativity. And thank you for that, Sherri. She let me choose one of her beautiful digi kits, and I chose Peaches and Cream. And when I show it to you, you'll understand why. It's such a beautiful kit. So I'm just going to go through it because it's big. And I printed this. I printed 2 kits out because I know that being here, I don't have access to a printer. So if I make a mistake on one, which I know I will, I have a second one that I can work with. So we're going to go through these pages. And there's a lot. I printed it on cream colored, ivory colored paper, 24-pound paper. And then I'm going to show you the other pages that I printed out of this kit and why. Because I printed them on a bit different paper. I love this kit. I hope I can do it justice. Because oops, this one's upside down. As most of you, these ones are upside down. As most of you know, I say it often, I haven't done a lot of creating with paper. It's a little bit harder for me. I find that, doing color and, the beads and things like that, that's simpler for me. This is a little bit more difficult for me. But I'm going to try hard because I have everything that I need, and I have so much inspiration from all of you crafters that I should be able to glean from what I have seen of your work and put it into a journal. So these are the pages that are in the DigiKit. And it's a pretty big kit, as you can see. If you hear any noises, extraneous noises, that's my grandkids upstairs just playing around. So then I printed out some of these pages, but I printed them out on different paper. And this is done on parchment paper because I love the way that looks. Gives it a more of a vintage look to it, but it's not on the coffee stained paper, so it's kind of in the same family. Then I printed out the envelope. I did that on a parchment paper, so it's really thin. I think that's just beautiful. And this is another one I printed out on the heavier parchment paper. And then these here, this I printed on vellum. Isn't that pretty? When it's folded over, it's going to be so pretty. And this here is printed on a very light tracing paper. And I use this. This is going to be my washi tape. And I can kind of darken it up a little bit with some of the ink, because I like to coordinate the washi tape with the kit itself. So I decided to use this, this kit, this velvet kit. This is the package I'm going to use for the cover and some of the details inside, and it matches very, very nicely. When I look at that, this was one of the leftovers from a while back, and then when Sherri asked me if I would join her team, then I knew why it was left behind. So I'm just going to leave this right here like this, because I also have a few other bits that, because of these teacups in the corner here, those little teacups, I found one of the napkins that also has some teacups, and then I chose this napkin also, because the flowers in this napkin match this very nicely, and this also matches another kit that I'm going to work on, and I'm going to show that to you at a later time. Then I grabbed a few pieces that I have. I grabbed this because I just love the way that looks, and I'm hoping that I can incorporate this along with pieces of this, maybe this. I think maybe some of this. And they're all kind of in the same family, so they match quite nicely, even though they're different colors and maybe a bit different texture. Because I can't go out and just buy the things that I might want to use, so I needed to add them all. I needed to bring everything that I thought I might use along. So you've seen all of these pieces. They've all been in your packages at some point. They've been in a trim package. I was just informed today that one of 3 more packages is coming. The first one arrived yesterday and I'm not even there. So when I get home, I'm gonna have some beautiful new trims to play with. But I think I was told there's another 2 coming, so then I think that's it. At least I hope. I have no idea what's going on anymore. So I brought my laces along that I want to organize. So I love, and they're all antique and vintage laces, and I love this one. I think this one will work well. Let me see if I can find all my pieces. I think this one will work well to have this woven. Yeah, it will work okay to have this woven into the lace itself. What a beautiful mess. All right, so I hope to kind of video along the way with what I'm doing. I'm so excited. I'm going to link Sherri's Etsy shop in the description box if I can remember how to do that. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'm going to be peeking in on what you're doing in the group, and I wanted to say, I have time now to catch up on all those missed YouTube videos that I didn't see and didn't comment on, because if I've watched it, I've commented on it. So what I want you to do is send me your videos that I didn't watch, and I'm going to try and catch up on those. Send them to me in my Facebook Messenger so I can watch them. Sorry about the shadows. Everyone have a good evening. Bye-bye.